In this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to make terrain in a program called EasyGen and import that into GTKRadiant. So once you open up EasyGen, you're going to get this layout right here. So to get things started, um, controls are a bit funky. You'll get used to it, even though I'm not used to it yet. So we're going to go to Modifier tab, and we're going to choose Hill. You can mess with these on your own to figure out what they do, but the most common one I use is Hill. So let me just change the camera angle here. So I'm gonna make a basic 90 degree wall and maybe a little hill right here. So let's get things started and make a wall. So to move the area box that you work in, control left click on it and you can move it around. And if you want to apply a hill right here, you just hit apply any number of times you want. So that's how you make terrain very simply. I like to use hill because it gives the best effect, most natural effect I should say, because it actually produces a hill effect. As you can see, it moves up. It's not just a hill going straight up. So let's make a basic wall here. Now I want this to be pretty high, so when I smooth it out, it'll look really nice. And let's just lift up this one brush here. Now that's really high, so I'm gonna have to smooth it out a lot. To smooth it out, you just go to smooth. 6. I'm gonna have to give it a nice natural look to it. Nothing too rigid and bumpy at all. Something natural, nice, easy on the eyes. So we're gonna kill off these triangles on top. And I'm gonna make a small hill over here. And smooth it out once again. Actually, just connecting hill, small one, and then smooth it out. It's alright for it to be a little bit jagged because it's terrain. You can expect that from terrain, but I like to keep it smooth and natural. So that looks fine. Now to add textures, just go to textures tab and go to add folder. Now I made a separate folder for my textures that I use for blending or for terrain. So I just made a separate folder called EasyGen, and just select that and give it a minute to load. Now for this tutorial, I'm gonna use the textures I use in Ghost Jundo. So we're gonna go to Alpha Map to use textures. As you can see, the entire thing turned black because I don't have anything selected in my palette. So I'm gonna use a texture like dark green. Select my base texture. It's going to be a dirt texture. Now everything turned green. So because all I have selected is just the green one, which is the brown dirty texture. So I'm going to make another color and give it orange. I'm going to make this the mix between dirt and snow, which is going to be the in between from the base floor to the highest point. The highest point is going to be the snow texture, which is the this one right here, which I'll make blue. To apply the texture, do Control Shift left click, just drag on the turn-in. I'm gonna make this the highest point. I'm gonna have to seep down just a little bit. That was a little too much. And we're gonna apply this texture. Actually, I just want to give it a little bit more. Apply this texture. Now, if you ever want to see what you're working with, you can render it just by clicking this button up here. It says rendering texture, and you can see what you're working with. Now, another thing I want to get at is you can't blend more than 2 textures together. As you can see, it doesn't render out. If you see what I mean, you have orange, blue, and green right here in this one spot, and again here in this one spot, so it's not going to render. So you just want to close that off completely, so it's not touching more than 2 textures. I'm going to add it here as well, just to close it off. Not really liking this one spot, so I'm going to make it here. Make the dirty texture right around the base of this hill. And then I'm going to make the snow texture right on the top, just for the hell of it. And if you render it out, there you go. And to finally import it into your map, you click on the one that says EXP map, export map plus alpha map plus meta shader. Just click that, save the map, save the meta shader, save the alpha map. You need all 3. The alpha map, you have to save it in your base Q3 for it to work. So generally you want to call the name of your map, so let's just, in this case it's ghost test. Save. Meta shader, ghost test. It's going to be saved as a .shader, so you don't have to worry about that. The shader texture path, ghost test, and we'll keep as terrain. Now you could do preview here, and you have this empty shader path, so you're going to do find this backslash backslash. You're going to replace it with backslash ghost test backslash. Now as you can see, see if I can maximize this. I can't. Okay, so you're gonna have this replaced with ghost test. Replace all. As you can see now, it is textures backslash ghost test backslash terrain. So that's simple. You don't have to go back in the shader later on and do that anyway. So, and EasyGen, I have everything in my ghost custom textures folder, so I'm not gonna make a new folder using the exact same textures, waste up hard disk space. So I'm just gonna replace EasyGen with ghost custom, and that's it. Press OK. If you want to insert skybox into your map, you can mess with these, add info player star, export all triangles. The only things I really use is insert into a skybox. That'll basically border out your map. Add info player start if you want. Include models. That's always default, but you can mess with that. Templates, keep it standard. It's terrain and calc. and continue. Save the dot map to Quake 3 defrag maps goes test 2 because I already have a test. Minimize this. Go to GTK. Any minute now. Go to file open. It is goes test 2. And as you can see, when you open it up in Radiant, everything is a terrain texture.